You could feel the pain in his voice. Skip Bayless didn't just lose faith in a football team, he lost it live in front of millions of fans who feel exactly the same way. After that brutal 30-27 loss to the Panthers, Skip went off. For more than 12 minutes, he shredded every layer of what went wrong in Dallas. The coaching, the defense, the effort, and then, at minute 12:25, he dropped the bombshell. He said Jerry should plunge and go get Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals. Trade one of those firsts, give him his money, make him the guy. And you know what? That wasn't rage, that was desperation mixed with clarity. Because Skip said out loud what so many Cowboys fans are thinking right now, this team can't just talk about competing, it needs to act. Let's be honest, the Dallas Cowboys defense got exposed, again. Rico Dowdley ran for 183 yards. Bryce Young looked comfortable. The run defense gave up 410 yards of total offense. The defensive line couldn't stop a draw, a slant, or a wheel route. It was embarrassing, and every Cowboys fan felt it. And what Skip did in that rant was more than venting. He made the most aggressive and maybe the most realistic suggestion of the year. Bring in a proven, relentless pass rusher who can reestablish tone and identity. That's where Trey Hendrickson comes in. Right now, Trey Hendrickson is one of the most feared and underrated defensive ends in football. A 3-time Pro Bowler, a 2-time 13-plus sack performer, and a relentless motor guy who doesn't take a snap off. He's not flashy like Micah Parsons. He doesn't talk much, but he produces. Before his recent injury against the Packers, he'd already notched 4 sacks, 13 tackles, and a forced fumble in just 4 games this season. He's doing that in a Bengals defense that's inconsistent and injury-ridden, and he's still producing at elite efficiency. But here's the bigger story. He's frustrated. Back in May, Hendrickson said publicly that the Bengals front office had stopped communicating about any extension talks. He wanted long-term security. Instead, Cincinnati adjusted his deal, bumping him to about $29 million for 2025, but offered no guarantees beyond that. And that's why Skip's take isn't just emotional, it's plausible. The Bengals, sitting near the middle of the AFC standings, might listen to offers. According to multiple insiders, Hendrickson is one of the top trade candidates ahead of the November 4th trade deadline. Reports from NFL.com and Sports Illustrated suggest the Bengals could want a first-rounder or a conditional second depending on how much salary the acquiring team takes on. So Jerry, the door isn't locked. It just takes courage to knock. Let's imagine it for a second. Dallas has been looking for an edge presence that can anchor the defense, not just rush the passer, but control the edge, stop the run, and push through double teams. Micah Parsons was an explosive hybrid. But Hendrickson, he's a pure defensive end, a technician who wins with leverage, not just speed. Pair him with James Houston on the other side, Kenny Clark in the middle, and Osa Odighizuwa rotating through interior gaps, and suddenly you have something Dallas hasn't had since the prime of DeMarcus Ware, a defensive front that can play base football and still scare quarterbacks. That's not hype, that's structure. Hendrickson would bring a standard, a relentless motor that never stops even when the scoreboard does. He doesn't disappear in the fourth quarter. He's the kind of player who makes everyone else better because he holds everyone accountable by example. And that's what this Cowboys team needs more than anything, accountability. No more freelancing, no more breakdowns, just blue-collar football with purpose. Skip's plea, and that's what it was, a plea, was really a challenge to Jerry Jones himself. Because Jerry loves stars, but this isn't about marketing anymore. It's about the trenches. The Cowboys have the weapons, Dak, Pickens, Ferguson, Cooks. But the difference between a 9-8 heartbreak and an NFC title run is what happens at the line of scrimmage. Brian Schottenheimer said it after the game. We didn't win the line of scrimmage. They ran it and we didn't. We've got to fix that. So fix it, Jerry. Make the move. This team doesn't need another press conference. It needs presence. Hendrickson's the kind of guy who walks into a locker room and instantly changes the temperature. He's not a celebrity. He's a worker. And that's exactly what the Cowboys are missing, the worker, not the talker. Would it be easy? Not at all. It'd probably cost Dallas something like a 2026 second-round pick, conditional to a first, maybe a depth player or late-round swap. But the Cowboys have the cap room flexibility and the draft capital to make it happen. And considering Hendrickson's contract expires after 2025, this would be a win-now, plug-and-play move, a shot in the arm for a defense that just gave up 200 rushing yards to a back they once tried to sign. It's poetic justice waiting to happen. Let's face it, Dallas fans are tired. We've seen this movie too many times. Promise, hype, disappointment, repeat. And Skip Bayless, for all his theatrics, is tapping into something real. The exhaustion of believing every year only to get burned again. So when he screams that Jerry needs to go get Trey Hendrickson, it's not about one player. It's about a culture shift, a demand for action, a line in the sand. Cowboys Nation doesn't want talk. It wants toughness. It wants someone who brings fear back to the defensive line. Someone who makes quarterbacks panic before the snap again. If Jerry Jones were actually to pull this off, this would be his "I still got it" move. A deal that tells the NFL world Dallas is not folding, not rebuilding, not coasting. This would be Jerry going all in again, the way he did in the 90s. Hendrickson in a Cowboys uniform would do more than upgrade a roster. It would send a message that this franchise still has fight, that it's willing to evolve, that it still believes it can win now. Because let's be honest, the NFC is open. The 49ers have stumbled. The Eagles have flaws. The Lions are solid but beatable. There's no dominant monster standing in the way. Dallas just needs one spark, one relentless defender who tilts the field. And Trey Hendrickson could be that guy. Cowboys Nation, you've seen what this defense looks like without leadership up front. Do you think Jerry should make that call? Would you trade a pick for Hendrickson to get this team back on track? Let me know down below, because this conversation isn't just about one trade. It's about belief, about holding this organization accountable. If you still believe this team can turn it around, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the conversation. This is Cowboys Nation Report, and we're not giving up yet.